first of all, it's all over the internet. Everybody's talking about Discord's new age verification. Discord to start requiring face scan or ID to access adult content. This is from the BBC. This is, when it's made it to a major news outlet that it's big time news. It's on Newsweek too. Discord users threaten exodus over age verification face scan controversy. So when you ask a boomer, like a real boomer, if they've ever heard of Discord, most of them will say no. There are some Gen Xers that know what Discord is, and everybody who is under the age of Gen X definitely knows what fucking Discord is. It's just now becoming mainstream where it attracts this much attention from Newsweek, the BBC. Discord age verification system and filters will rely on oversight from a mix of AI, validation, and human review, because that always works. And it points to example, and I've seen other examples of how people, oh, here it is. Someone has already made a free in-browser 3D modeling to bypass Discord age verification. Check that out. This is straight from Discord's press release. A whole article on it right here. Check it out for yourself. Discord.com press releases. This is also from Discord's support site, going in-depth detail. Basically, Discord is rolling out this global teen by default age verification system. They've been testing it in the UK for a while now, but it's supposed to go live in March 2026 for most of the other markets. Designed to automatically apply teen-appropriate settings to all users unless they verify that they are at least 18 years old. Now, if anybody knows about Discord, and specifically my opinion of Discord, Discord is the most counterintuitive piece of fucking shit app ever made. Like for a category view. Like if you're in category and you want to set settings for every channel in your category, and then you go to like a voice channel settings, you'll find additional settings not found in category specifically related to voice, text chat permissions, which is stupid. I always got to go through and turn all that shit off personally. On that note, go to fluxreversal.com to join Flux Reversal's brand new public Discord. Help get it going. So, additionally, the people who own Discord are ultra fucking woke. Ultra fucking woke, guys. It's like the third political party here in the United States. You got Democrats, Republicans, and you got woke folk. It's fucking terrible. And so they really push their agenda through their fucking platform, through its terms of services and whatnot. Now, Discord has always been a haven for people to get their third-party accounts ripped off, specifically gaming accounts, Steam accounts. And it's always been a notorious issue, but if you go to the Discord forums, and I've created like several threads throughout the years, and they never get verified for public review. It always says, still waiting moderator approval. Yes, to this day. And they just don't want to publicly address it. And so I guess they're finally addressing piracy, and especially with the big Roblox controversy here recently, because the whole, through Roblox, this pedophilia type of behavior was facilitated, but it actually took place in Discord. Hey, meet me in my Discord. So, and Discord is kind of going by under the wire and unscathed from this whole controversy because it actually happened in fucking Discord. That's why Discord's doing this. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Why in the fuck isn't Discord in the news about being a haven for pedophiles to attract kids? I mean, it's part of the process. You get him in the game, you meet him in the game, and then you get him the VIP. Maybe you cam your fucking dick for him or some shit. I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just kind of speculating on how the process would go. So yeah. Continuing, for the most part, adult users, no action is required. Discord says it's going to use an image interface model that analyzes account tenure, device usage, activity patterns to tell if you're an adult or not. But you could have been a fucking Discord user for the past 8 years and started when you were 8 years old and just now being 16. And yeah. What changes if you're not verified? Well, your account defaults to a teen experience. Sensitive content is blurred. Access to age-restricted server, channel, and app commands is blocked. Direct messages from unknown users to go in their separate inbox, apparently. Privacy and Security Discord states that your identity is never linked to your account, and no biometric data. You're taking image recognition, but you're saying this is like this fucking, we're not stupid. We're not stupid. So they go on to emphasize that it's going to be like a one-time process. That's the whole Discord controversy going on right now. And another caveat about Discord, I would have to say, is how it became this mainstream staple of internet gaming culture. It saddens me and it's very disappointing to me. Everything is a fucking app now. Everybody has an app for their fucking website. When everybody would just go to the goddamn website. You can go to the website, get the same, even more in detailed information. You don't need a fucking app sucking up battery and fucking usage and space on your fucking phone, bro. Shit, just go to the goddamn website. Why does everybody think they need an app? Tap into the RSS feed. This shit has existed for a while, for a long time. I need an app. You got the app, guys. I need the app in my time. That time you gave me the app. Fucking hell, the dumbing down of society and culture continues. You got the app? I hate Discord. I hate Discord. I hate fucking Discord. I only use it, and I'm so good with it, and I know its intricacies so well, is because if you want to use Discord and have it do anything that you think it should do, you pretty much got to be a fucking power user. You're either a Discord power user, or you're just like, huh? That's the two type of Discord users that exist. And the is how these motherfuckers get their accounts scammed and stolen through Discord. And Discord can't figure out why. It's because, why do I got to learn something new? You know, Ventrilo and TeamSpeak was so intuitive. Popular media and art that I find that I like. And I'm a fan of Dead by Daylight. I usually play it during like the harvest season, Halloween and whatnot. But apparently, I mean, and I had heard about this, that they have a movie that was announced like years ago, many years ago. But apparently it's actually gaining traction. It's a real thing here. So just this month, they announced that they're moving forward with it. Apparently they have assigned some writers and a production team. Now, they don't have a director yet because the guy that wants to be the director is like really booked and busy. So he's like listed as a writer, and if you're a fan of horror films, whatever, you may have heard of him. I always mess up this last name. Alexander Arha. You know, he's apparently a famed horror director. He is currently attached only as a writer because he is filming something called Under Paris 2, another horror film, and they really want him, and apparently he really wants to do it. So much so that he says, just put me on as a fucking writer for now. So Jason Blum has stated they are taking their time to ensure the script is right before moving into full production. And they anticipate a 2028 release for Dead by Daylight movie adaptation. And so, yeah, just wanted to put that out there real quick. This is sad news. If you, the original Sega Genesis, you guys remember that? These articles coming in from, Games.gg. This is from Eurogamer right here. This is from PC Gamer. Hideki Sato, father of the Sega, Dreamcast, Saturn, Genesis, and more, has died. He passed away on the 13th at the age of 77. So his influence on the industry cannot be overstated, they say. And he headed Sega's research and development department. He supervised and engineered and designed every major Sega home console. Get emotional. Jynxzi, what's up, Jynxzi? Woo! We lost one. He's a boomer, technically. He was a boomer. He joined Sega in 1971 during a time when the company was still primarily focused on arcade machines. Sato's influence extended beyond individual consoles. His work helped define Sega's technological and design philosophy, influencing home console development across innovation with a distinct aesthetic, leaving a lasting mark. Yeah, it did. When you think of like Japanese innovation and like sleek, rounded, technical looking devices and electronics before their time, you know, in America, we're still using like fucking, what else are we talking about? Oh, Marvel Rivals controversy. Have you heard? So, Reddit Reddit articles. Characters who have been problems since the beginning should get some love. Yeah, Reddit is pissed. So I decided to take down all posts. What post? Apparently, this is a guy that started a petition. A petition? Yeah, what petition? Commenters are saying this isn't the legit guy, but this is from 1 day ago on Reddit. NetEase lays off Marvel Rivals Seattle-based development team just like days ago. Point out one thing you may have noticed as I go through my news show. I follow video gaming industry news. I always had. It's like a little hobby. I don't look at like world news and politics. That shit fucking pisses me off, and it hasn't changed. World news and global news and shit like that and politics, and that shit literally hasn't changed since I was a child. This fucking disgusting, regurgitated crap. That's why Western society and culture is so fucking stupid, because of these major news outlets. And just, they're focused on shit that's really not important to distract you. So me, it's not like I'm going out reporting on these events. The information I am telling you comes from news outlets that I've always followed. Reputable outlets that I find reputable. So what I am doing is just presenting to you information that I think's important, that would probably normally go unnoticed. But probably most likely is not going to be on major 5 o'clock news broadcasts of whatever medium. So my endeavor is to bring it to you and bring it to your attention. And these are just news outlets that I have followed throughout the years and have accumulated that I find reputable, that don't give you paid articles, or that don't have, now some of these are like big companies with strong ties to other gaming companies, and as such you'll see one-sided marketing articles most of the time, and this just makes me even find that side of the industry even more detestable and disgusting, honestly. But they're really good, reputable companies. When they do have those types of articles, they let you know straight up, like, hey, this is a paid article. First of all, NetEase lays off a lot of people. NetEase also just reported huge profits at the beginning of January 2026. So if you're playing Marvel Rivals and you're giving them any of your fucking money, you shouldn't. They just fired a bunch of motherfuckers. One of the reasons why they fire these people is because this motherfucker's petition. There's a bitch that put a petition out to have these motherfuckers fired because he didn't feel like the game was balanced. And when you have a game like this, Marvel Rivals, with so many different kind of characters and heroes, it's going to be hard to balance. And you shouldn't even endeavor to release more shit until you get your fucking shit worked out. So I am with the sentiment of this. I'd be pissed off too when it's clear that they're just cash grabbing. Yeah, they're just cash grabbing. They just laid off like 25 people, about 12 people from here in the United States. Yeah, fuck those motherfuckers. And that's why I don't pay Marvel Rivals. That shit runs like fucking crap on my PC compared to other games. Fuck NetEase. Fuck these corporations. So look, I was even going to talk about them specifically because there's a whole industry of layoffs going on right now. Now, there's a whole pushback going against this guy, whether or not this is actually him talking about his petition that he started. So the tension stemmed from a perceived disconnect between the development team and the player base regarding hero balance. And people have always, no matter what game you play, if it's a competitive game, there are people always bitching about hero balance. There's always something like this going on. It's gone on ever since there's been a gamer. Since Tic-Tac-Toe has existed, if there was a fucking website, bitches would have been going to the fucking Tic-Tac-Toe's website to fucking blow about how broken Tic-Tac-Toe is. And that's how petty and fucking stupid gamers can be. Seriously. Go fire the guys who made Tic-Tac-Toe. Good luck. Good luck. The community backlash. So the petition sparked a heated counter argument with the community. They're like, hey, bro, these people got jobs. They're doing their best, and you want to fire this motherfucker because your nerd ass is living off your mom's income in his fucking basement and this bitch is trying to pay his bills? I mean, being a developer in this day and age is hard enough. Starting way back with the whole embrace your fucking... I'm not going to get into the fucking my hypothesis on the mass movement of layoffs that occurred since Embracer started doing it because they basically overspent themselves. And they started laying off bitches and reselling stuff they had just bought, and it led to this whole fucking tidal wave of fucking layoffs in the industry, and it's just cascaded. Now, while layoffs in the industry, the video game industry, have been a typical part of the cyclical yearly thing, they get rid of a lot of people, and on paper it looks good. It looks like, yeah, we just got rid of, like, you know, $200,000 of bills technically, and it's going to make us look like we're worth more when it's just on paper. They're not really more profitable than they were. They're just, their profit comes from the fact that they don't have to pay these motherfuckers. Let's talk about some layoffs. Riot Games, your favorite competitive MOBA. Riot Games lays off 80 peoples and have listed profits in December. Meta, their VR device that you VR players use, they laid off 10% of their 1,500 employees. Listed profits in end of 2025 also. Microsoft, if you play Sea of Thieves, if you play any Blizzard game, shame on you. Look at all the people they laid off. Hundreds of workers cut to meet higher profit demands in the Xbox division. Microsoft reported $38 billion in quarterly net income, yet they fired hundreds of people? Electronic Arts. Listen, if you know who Electronic Arts are and they're trying to sell right now, you got to be careful. You can't show an image of Electronic Arts and say something bad about them because they will issue a DMCA against you on whatever platform you're doing it on. That's what's kind of piece of fucking shit they are. So, fuck you, Electronic Arts. Their Battlefield games are shit. They haven't made a good Battlefield game in fucking since Battlefield 4. They haven't made a good sports game since then. They're fucking ass. And you motherfuckers are still giving them money? Fuck you for being stupid. Isn't that disgusting? Isn't this shit disgusting, guys? And you're giving these companies money, and then you want to bust these balls about these developers. Now, realize if you're going to make a good competitive game, you have to achieve a certain point of balance before you start releasing new content just for your grubbing. Yeah, they're just trying to, they're probably pinched by these bitches, and they fucking got laid off by them. Right after a big update. It's always after a big update, too. All these big corporations, you know, follow small, play small indie games. Go play Valheim. Go play Rust. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Go play Among Us. Go play Peak. Okay, gamesindustry.biz is my favorite go-to place. Oh, this is supposed to be under the layoff tabs. Here's your list of fucking layoffs right here. You go to gameindustry.biz. They have a whole fucking section. Just they keep up with all the layoffs. Look at Highguard. After Highguard's news, and it's fucking, yeah, man. People got fired. Man, I fucking hate to be Highguard, man. Jeez. Riot's downsizing. As the company installs monitoring software to root out saboteurs while attempting a reset for troubled debut Mind's Eye. I never even heard of the game. Damn. There's too many. There's not enough humans in the world to play all the games out there. There's about 30 games released a month, and there's just not enough humans to play these fucking games. Quality assurance staff reportedly laid off at NetEase Montreal. Oh, that's not even Seattle. Oh my God. So they laid off. Wow, NetEase. Ubisoft unions call for 4-day strike. Fuck you, Amazon. Keep on going. Woo. Ubisoft launches voluntary redundancy restructuring in January 2026. Wildgate maker. Wildgate? Yeah, Wildgate didn't take off, man. It looked really good. Did you guys even see Wildgate footage, man? I thought it was really going to take off. It looked promising. I was going to look into it. I think cheaters had a really big cheater problem. Ubisoft always laying off people, man. Look, Ubisoft. Oh yeah, Warner Brothers hit with layoffs, but they're also, Paramount is trying to take them over, and they're talking about being sold to Netflix. That's in the news too. Paramount has always been like a Warner Brothers, like major competitors, I guess they don't want to sell out. Oh yeah. We were just talking about the Nintendo's continued fight for its Switch emulator takedowns. Nintendo has always busted down on emulators. I guess they're busting down on Switch emulators even more. Basically they're used on PC for PC players to use them, so you can play for free. It's kind of like a boring topic for me because I'm not a fan of consoles. I'm a fan of I guess portable mobile gaming. I don't think anybody's doing it right except for Steam, their Steam Deck. And I say that because while globally mobile gaming has the largest share of revenue, let's look at the platforms. You have PC as a platform, you have consoles as a platform, and you have mobile gaming from mobile devices as a platform. And while in order of how much money to make, I'd say mobile, console, and then PC in the order of how much market revenue they share. That's the order. But when it comes to mobile gaming, their audiences aren't loyal. They're fickle. You have a game that'll be popular and it'll just die all of a sudden. The consumer base, they just don't stick to the fucking games. It's not like they find something you're fond with. And I don't know why that is. It's maybe because sometimes when you have like a Google Play account and then you go start a new game, you have like a bullshit account. It's like your real official account, and then you realize you like the game and you want to go get interested into, to spend some more time on it. You forget what your login was, or you go create an account and read the fact that you created a new real account deletes all your progress of this little temporary account. A lot of that happens, and that's why it looks like there's such a high turnover, I think. When that player who appears to be a new player to whatever game it is they're like, well, frustrated now because now they just thought they were going to spend some time and continue their effort in this game that they became a fan of, and now they're disenfranchised because they created a real account and lost the progress associated with this little bullshit account. If you've ever played mobile games, you've experienced that. On a mobile device, or you lose your device and forget your login, or you get a new mobile device. Unless it's PC. PC gamers are the most loyal fan base at the other end of the spectrum. So, yeah. And maybe some of the usage that goes into the data and statistics of making mobile look so good is because of the emulator usage that's actually happening on PCs. Yeah, you see there? You see what's going on? So I don't think the statistics are totally true. I think there is a good high usage, especially PC gamers who are streamers and content creators, and you making videos. Oh my God. So yeah, that's my take on mobile gaming and the statistics and the numbers behind it. I believe probably about 25% of those, or a third of them, are just people playing fucking emulators on computers, and you will never be able to stop it. You can't stop it. Point blank. Arc Raiders! Man, Arc Raiders' new duplication glitch is making the game unplayable right now for all you Arc Raiders players. People are complaining and calling for a fix. We're not going to spend too much time on it because I don't really talk about the games themselves unless it's whatever. Yeah. This isn't the first time that a duplication exploit has taken over Arc Raiders. Players furious after exploit returns. Was it even fixed to begin with? Probably not. It's just now gaining traction, and people are like, yeah. Oh, here's some news on AI. After Tom Cruise AI fight video goes viral, SAG-AFTRA condemns C-Dance 2.0. This is unacceptable. So C-Dance 2.0 is a AI tool. This isn't Tom Cruise. This is AI. Looks like Marvel actor Simu Liu and Deadpool and Wolverine co-writer Rhett Reese aren't the only ones who have a problem. Yeah. The next generation AI video generation model. Is it good or is it bad? I mean, I use an AI collaborator. I think that AI tools are great. I think used for the wrong reasons, they're not great. You will find people who don't agree with my statement on as far as art creation. I use AI to generate thumbs for my YouTube channel. That's because I'm not an artist and I could spend some time in GIMP really making some really flashy logos and shit. And that's basically what I do with it. And it really leverages the playing field for people like me who are broke, don't have any money, can afford to give an artist what they deserve. And to be honest with you, some artists think their shit don't stink, bro. So yeah, I love it for reviewing mass articles at one time and getting summaries and sentiment. I love it for research. I love using Perplexity for research. It's so good. I use it to summarize my videos. Like my big long, when I post a VOD, it's a 5-hour-long VOD, I use AI to review it and summarize it. I used to do that stuff myself. I have pages and pages and pages of Google Drive from all my accounts of just stuff and content that I've created and written myself. And it gets redundant after a while. And so I have so much content already to base the AI on. And so my usage of AI when it comes to creating articles or summaries is based upon my usage and my articulation and my vernacular and my vocabulary. Gemini is great about that, just the free version of Gemini. That's where I created a free account for specifically AI usage. And in my drive, I have references for the AI. This is all references of my articulation and how I talk. I say reference this whole folder, reference all these documents. This is how I talk. And I want you to use how I talk when you review these other things and put them into my words as best you can. I'm not kidding. Look, Gemini prompts for a thumb creation. I'm serious. You have to be an articulate human being. So I don't like this shit. I don't like the fact that someone can go make a picture of... This shit is mostly going to be used in porn and pedophilia and crap like that, man. Yeah. There's no way that someone is going to get away with shit like this and actually be real cinema. That's not going to happen. I'm not even a big fan of it. Like the Avatar movie, it's just, I gag on that shit. I've never liked it at all. I just rather go play a fucking immersive story game, single player story game than fucking watch Avatar. It's not that good to me. Here's a good article from GameIndustry.biz. It talks about I thought it was a marketing, and it is pay. It's not a marketing article, but it is an article from GameIndustry.biz, and it talks about the UK and EU game development industry outlook. And in summary, basically, there's this firm called Hero Capital, and they have unveiled their own perspective of why companies and developers should, there's more opportunity for you to make more profit. And it sounds like a fluff piece from like the Chamber of Commerce in your local city to get new businesses to invest in your local whatever. That's what it really sounds like. And you'll see an article like this about once a year coming from the EU as they struggle to get a foothold. One of the things I think that a lot of huge corporate, so it's great for indie developers, great. But one of the things, that's why you don't see a lot of huge corporations making games and set up in Japan, is because of the laws that are put in place to protect employees. That's right. You never hear about a fucking company laying off people in Japan ever. Never. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen because it's fucking illegal. You'll never find that fucking shit here in goddamn America or Canada. No. Because corporations, they don't set up in places that are interested in human rights. Put it bluntly. So that's why the UK and the EU Union have such a hard time, is because there are great laws and protections in place to protect the human beings there that work for these companies. So good luck. Good luck getting a huge corporation to invest. Oh my God! Here's a good article from Aftermath. Aftermath is a news outlet agency. They're an indie, and they hit hard, bro. These motherfuckers don't have a budget. This guy's probably typing this article out of a goddamn cardboard box behind a fucking Newsweek office or some shit, using their address to make himself look legit. No, his name is Luke Plunkett. So let's just get into the Gemini summary of this article that I created for you. Here's the conflict. The tension began when Supercell CEO published an annual blog post celebrating a historic year for their game Clash Royale, which has seen a resurgence. The corporate view. The post attributed the game's 2025 growth to internal development choices and the talent of the game's team. All right. I've never heard of this fucking streamer named Jynxzi. I've never heard of him until I heard this article. And then a little bit of research found he is kind of big. My fault for not... Then I saw a picture of his face, and I'm like... My first reaction is I want to punch him. You ever seen a face? Someone's got a face that's like you want to punch it? It doesn't mean I'm a violent person. It's just fucking irks you. Yeah. And then I read this article. I'm like, yeah, that bitch needs to get punched for sure. I'm not advocating violence. I'm just expressing emotions verbally. Get over yourself. I'm not advocating violence. So Jynxzi is credited with reviving interest in the game, felt excluded from the narrative, and called the post the biggest spit in his face. Oh my God, what an entitled fucking cunt. And this guy, Luke Plunkett, the creator of this article, shares the critique, and here's what Luke's got to say. Now, this article is summarizing his sentiment, but, the situation as a degrading moment for the industry. Luke Plunkett articulates that the situation is a degrading moment for the industry. His primary critiques include influencer entitlement. Plunkett argues that streamers already receive rewards. Why do they need a corporate pat on the back? The CEO responds after the backlash, updating the blog to include an apology. Fuck you guys. I mean, you're a corporation, and it's a mobile game with a fickle audience already. Still, fuck this dude. I mean, if you took the initiative to do it originally, but I wouldn't have done it after the motherfucker made a fit about it. I definitely wouldn't have then. This situation is viewed as a race to the bottom between a cash grab mobile game and wealthy influencers fighting who deserve credit. Yeah. So this guy, Luke, the author of the article, is saying this is embarrassing. Basically, this is embarrassing for the video game industry. Hugely embarrassing. Yeah. The video game industry suffers from spiritual damage where the craft of game development is overshadowed by the fucking ego of the goddamn content creator economy. And I agree. There's some motherfuckers out there that just... Jesus fucking Christ. Why are you guys even looking at them? Are their viewers and viewer base even real, or is it just fucking bots at this point? Or is it the simple result of Twitch's old school kingmaker system? Totally different topics. So, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty much for Flux Reversal's news show. I used to spend hours and hours and hours when I did my live stream. And what you see now is a progressed, more refined format. And I'm doing it to the live stream because, I welcome comments, your feedback, your opinions. Please, that's why I'm doing it live. Get involved in this conversation. Please, get involved in this conversation. Don't be afraid to, if my opinion conflicts with yours and you think I'm a stupid fuck, tell me. Let's generate some conversation. I have a surly personality. It comes off as aggressive and hostile, but it's really not. I'm just passionate about my opinions and stuff. And I'm very passionate about corporate culture influencing modern consumer culture and just culture and society in general. It's so fucking disgusting. I mean, there's other aspects I find even more so, but so that's it.